Hello and welcome back to the Battle Room. My name is Colin once again, and currently we are 4-0 in this tournament. For this game, we are playing against a European national champion, Sanvi, a very well equipped trainer and someone who's won a lot of tournaments, been at the top before. So Sanvi is a very strong opponent, probably going to be the hardest opponent that we've played so far. I would say that Sanvi is easily the best one out of the four. Right off the bat, Torkoal does look kind of good. I'm a little bit afraid of Como as well. Como could be problematic, but like Trick Room is kind of free. They do have those double terrains though, so they could lead like Rillaboom and pivot into Feeny to fake me out. So they can just lead Fake Out plus something to stop Trick Room here. Stack is pretty solid here overall. Feeny's the biggest threat. It does wonders in everything. So I think we're going to go with... I do kind of like Lando as well. No Torkoal means no weather, but I imagine what we're going to play against is like Incineroar, Feeny, X. Incineroar, Feeny, X. I kind of want to just open with Lando plus... No Torkoal actually really sucks though, because then Feeny becomes harder Pokemon to deal with. Like, it can actually do big damage to Stakataka. I'm just going to open with Had and Didi and then play from there and then bring Stakataka Torkoal. You know what? I'm going to go with my gut. Let's actually just bring no Torkoal this game, and then I think that will be fine. I think sacrificing terrain turn 1, like we're going to be able to bring in terrain later in the game, and I think that's more useful. I'm most afraid of probably a Feeny lead, like Feeny Rilla. But then they kind of anti-synergy with their own terrain, so we'll have to see. Feeny Rilla seems to be a really, really strong core in this format. It just gives you a lot of pressure. Alright, double fake outs, that's fine. This is really good for me. Landers is great here. Landers puts a lot of pressure on. Obviously, they can just fake Lando out, and like, it's not very fun. But, yeah, I am min speed slow Lando here too, so that is pretty nice. Intimidate doesn't really matter. Because we do have to be really careful around Feeny. Feeny is the biggest problem here. I will have to force protect Hatterene, which is fine. I think Rillaboom is more of a problem for me. Because, like, obviously Incin can and will parting shot my Hatterene, but it's not a huge deal just because, like, it does mean that I get free pressure and the free ability to switch. So we're going to see a Fake Out. I think it's going to be a Fake Out plus a... Snarl, actually. Wow. Okay. Interesting. And we also know that Incin's slower than Lando, because obviously you're running min speed quiet Lando, so some of these Incins will be faster than us, but in this case we are faster, which is pretty nice. That was a great turn from Sanvi, honestly. I think I'm just going to let Hatterene take the damage here. I'm going to try to Trick Room, and I will just go for Earth Power Intense. Snarl was really fantastic there. I can't lie. Snarl Incin, probably Snarl parting shot, Fake Out. They're actually going to just Woodhammer Hatterene. Holy moly. That's some insane damage. That's just it. That's just a KO. Alright, we get this EP off into Incin. I imagine we're just getting parting shotted, right? Not Shuckleberry. It's Big Berry or Citrus Berry? It's going to be a Citrus. And they're going to parting shot Lando. Who do they go into here? That's the big question. Because the good thing here is I get to see what they go into, and I still think we can win with Stakataka. It looks fantastic into this team. It's going to be Nihiligo. Okay, this is a free switch into Stakataka, and it should be a free TR, if my calculations are correct. I don't think Nihiligo gets anything that's really threatening to Stack. And then we can just set up like a potential, I'm going to go for Sludge Bomb Monterilla. We can set up a potential nice endgame here with just sweeping with Indeedee and Stakataka paired together. I think it might be able to happen, because this is a pretty late Trick Room into the game. They are going to go for Meteor Beam here. I'm hoping I live this. I'm max HP. I'm pretty bulky, decently bulky. So I don't know. I'm a little hopeful here, but maybe I should just protect it. Yeah, max HP. Beam comes through. I mean, we're getting Trick Room here regardless, which is nice, but, you know, like, it would be nicer if we could live. We just faint. Okay. That's fine. That's fine. Alright. We get Beast Boosted on. Ensign is like 2 HP. They're going to go for U-turn into Ensign. That's fine. I think I needed to protect there. 100%. So it's Meteor Beam. I think this is pretty... The sets aren't too crazy here. It's just going to be about playing the player. Obviously, we're playing against a fantastic player, so it makes it harder. I think it's fine, though. I still think... I think we do lose this game. I'm saying it's fine for the set. I think the set is winnable. But this game is definitely most definitely lost. I really want to see the last Mon. That's like the ideal thing here. I mean, they're just going to fake out Stack Attacker here with Ensign, and then they're going to switch to Rillaboom 100%. There's no... Like... There's no other play. It's so safe and so easy. I can't even counter it. There's nothing I can do, and DD's so worthless here. This is fine, though. I want to see the last Mon and see if I can't do some spice against this. I think their lead was great. I think they played extremely well. I can't really be mad here. Obviously, I want to kill Ensign if possible. But, again, we're just getting faked out. Switch to Rilla. Or Feeny, I guess, at this point. It doesn't really matter. I would prefer to see the Feeny so that we can know what the last one is, but if we see their, most likely it's just going to be the Rilla. Then you can cycle Fake Outs and Stack Attacker too. And there's nothing Stack Attacker can do here. It is really imperative that you can control terrains in this matchup. I think I just played unnecessarily risky with my Landorus, and I got punished really hard for it. That's okay. This game was just well played by my opponent, and not as well played by me. Nice damage in DD. I still really want to play this out though, just for that information. See if we can gather anything else. We did see Woodhammer Rilla, which is potentially an issue. I think it's Feeny as the last, because then they can just fake out if I lead Hat in DD, which I obviously didn't lead. But yeah. Let's just keep expanding forcing, I guess. Fake out onto 4 Stack Attacker. It just didn't get to play the game. And I think they just get a parting shot here, so they can actually just bring it in again. Like, I'm just constantly being faked out. I think Trick Room can be really weak without NDD. I think the future of Trick Room is really scary without NDD. Like, because these mons just go crazy if Rillaboom is in the next game. We'll have to see. Okay. So they're gonna bring in what? Feeny here? Are we gonna see new mons, or it's just... Yeah, okay, it's Feeny. Okay, that's big. I mean, that's big information for me. That's something that's extremely useful going into the next game. Alright, that's really all I wanted to see. It doesn't really matter at this point. I think we're pretty much screwed. We're going to get destroyed by Feeny plus Rillaboom and Ensign. Like, there's no real hope here. They can just switch this in. I can get a defense boost, but my Feeny answer at this point is non-existent. I will kill this, though, which is good, I guess. But Feeny is just going to eventually either Calm Mind up or just spam Muddy Waters right now, and my stack of bricks will no longer be able to prevail. We did finally get a KO, though. That's good. We didn't get 4-0'd. Go me. I think they just had a really great turn 1 and turn 2. I just think the turns 1, 2, 3 were just really well played, and if you lose 3 turns like that, there's no chance you're coming back. No chance. Also, Stack Attack and not having Protect is also, like, it's not bad, but it certainly doesn't help here because the fake out spam is just so prevalent. But I saw what I wanted to see. I'm okay at this game. I think this is fine. I think those are the 4 that he'll continue to bring the entire time. I think Como could be useful, but the risk of bringing it to Hat and DD sucks. And then I think Ninetales is like potential, but yeah. Alright, let's just run here. We got what we wanted out of this one. We don't need to get fake out Muddy Water to death. There's no point. We just lose here. Okay, game 2. Losing Landorus sucked. I played Landorus poorly. I played turn 1 poorly. I probably shouldn't be super afraid of... This is fine. This is fine. I think this is fine, because I think we can lead Stack Attacker and then bring the Psychic Pokemon in at the end. Because I think they're going to be the main carries throughout the game, and we just need to deal with Ensign as much as we can. And knowing that we can EP is fine. I'm going to go Stack Attack Orlando. In DD Hat. I think this is the best lead. I think this is what we want. It's a little vulnerable to Feeny, but I mean, like, there's a good chance he could just lead Feeny, but I don't think you want to in doing DD. I think you I think you lead... You really can, though. That's the problem. But we do know that we threaten a KO with EP onto Instant and outspeed it. They do know they're faster than our landers, though. They know we're like min-speed Lando, which is not great. I think Torkoal will be, the game plan if we make it to game 3. But I don't know. I'm a little bit scared here. I'm not gonna lie. All right. Let's see how Sanvi changes it up. Cause I got kind of demolished in game 1. Instant Rilla. Okay. I think my lead is just way better though, because they aren't actually Stack Attack isn't threatened by a KO like I was with Hatterene, which is really good. I think I just press EP into Instant just to threaten the KO, and nothing really wants to switch on this, not even Finny. I think we just go from there. I think getting rid of Instant is super important as well, just for the matchup, because obviously these Pokemon are great in Instant, but the Backmons are great into everything else. So if I were to get Instant here, it would be really beneficial for me. And I think we can set up Trick Room pretty reliably. And also, getting rid of Pokemon in this matchup, like, the Terrain Wars are kind of like Weather Wars in a way, and, like, obviously, I mean, they're like, almost the same thing as Weather Wars. It's just that, okay, we're going to see Woodhammer turn 1 here. Onto my Lando. We are. It doesn't KO. But it does a lot of freaking damage. Alright, EP comes through. We trade Instant here. We get Instant for a Woodhammer and a Fake Out. But now they get to Muddy Water Woodhammer. And I think that's what they want to do. I think it's still winnable though. Because Stack is probably going to go down, like, pretty likely. To Muddy Water Woodhammer, right? Because it's going to come in. It's going to be Feeny. I think we conserve Lando because we want to have as many of these terrain switching things. I think I interrupted my thought. But yeah, it's like the same thing as a Weather War. It's super important to have the terrain just so that it's in your favor. And I think it's more important for Trick Room as well, just because without it, you just like insta-lose. They're just going to double tap that slot. We'll switch to Ndidi. We'll most likely lose our Mon, but we're going to get terrain control and we'll keep our Landers alive, which is super important. And then next turn, we can follow me plus Trick Room pretty reliably here. And that's the goal. And then hopefully from there we can try to win this game, but we'll see. Battlefield's going to get weird. We get the Psychic Seed. Obviously they could miss Muddy Water as well, and if they miss Muddy Water, I mean that's just free Trick Room. We always get it. But I think they're gonna Woodhammer me, and we saw how much it did to Stack last time. Just mad damage here. Accuracy Trap doesn't really matter because we're just gonna feint here to Woodhammer. Unless he misclicks, but he does not. Okay. It's fine. Respectable even. Boom is damage for me. Alright, I'm gonna run a calc quick because I want to know how much Woodhammer actually does to Hatterene, because I might be able to get a free expanding force off here, which could be good. This also might be Specs Feeny. That's my fear. Because that's doing so much. I mean, I don't know. Stack Attack just kind of sucks, but alright, Rillaboom to Hatterene. Woodhammer. Let's send in Hatterene now. But there's no terrain. That's the thing. It's gonna do us 80%. I think it's just gonna switch though. That's my thing. That's my thought process here. Is I think it might just switch. Should we risk the game on it? That's the question. I think it's gonna switch though. I don't think he can afford to leave it in. Oh, he just left it in. I think we still live. I'm not really sure. It depends if there's like miracle. Oh my gosh, that's Specs Feeny for sure. No, we're dead. Oh, they U-turn though. That's actually so clutch for me. Oh my gosh. Okay, they U-turn. That's so good. That's so good. Okay, we're being rewarded for that risky play. That was so good for me though. I do think. Okay, Neoligo comes in. This is looking really great now. Alright, expanding force. We're gonna do decent damage here overall to these two mons. I mean, we actually almost killed Neoligo. We did half. That was pretty good. Okay. Okay. This turn is the weird one, because Boomer has to come back in. You would think. But we also know that Feeny can't protect. We also could kill Nihiligo just outright. I think it's going to come in where the Feeny is, though. I think it comes in where the Feeny is. Or where the Nihiligo is. For sure. I think we just sack Lando, get terrain, and then we win the game. I think we're just baiting them into switching in Rilla where the Nihiligo is, and then we get terrain, and then we, I think, win the game. But I'm not fully sure if we actually win the game. Because we get a double KO, but Rilla is really healthy. It's got Woodhammer. It will have terrain. I'm really conflicted on this one. This one's a really weird endgame here. Even if we get this turn. Like, I think this turn goes correctly. I guess we could dodge Muddy Water. That would be the best case scenario for me. Dodging Muddy Water would be good. We don't dodge Muddy Water, that's okay. We know it's specs. So now we get a free double KO if we want it onto Rillaboom and well, we're probably gonna kill what's it called? We'll get the KO onto Feeny and onto Nihiligo, but then Rilla comes in with that beefy HP stat, and then we're looking really stressed, honestly. Because then Indeedee Hatterene at half had to beat this Rillaboom, which is going to be very, very difficult. Have I shown Protect on Hatterene yet? I'm trying to remember in game 1, did I Protect? Yeah, turn 1 I protected. Because now we just Expanding Force, right? And then Expanding Force again, I guess. I think I'll just help. I guess I'll Expanding Force twice. I think that'll do more damage. But they're just going to switch Nihiligo in. They're going to let Feeny die. And then it's Rillaboom versus the world. And it's up to... See, this is the weird part. So, these Pokemon both faint, right? And if Feeny lives, it's game over anyways. But they'll have terrain control. That's the weird part. I want to go to game 3 because I really do think I can win with all the information I have. It's just a matter of getting there. I think... Gosh, how much do I even do to Rillaboom? That's the thing. Because Woodhammer Fake Out... It's probably AV, honestly. It's grassy terrain. Expanding Force doing like 40%. Well, it's not even the right item. Grassy Glide does 50% anyways. We have 2 turns of TR. Unlimited turns of Grassy Terrain. They've got Woodhammer, so we have to kill it in these 2 turns. How much does Grassy Glide do? In terrain, it could do 84 to 100. We can't recover enough HP. I'm afraid they're just going to call this, and then they'll just strike Indeedee down. But honestly, I think it's our best bet here is to just protect Hatterene, get a turn here, and then make a move from there. He gets it wrong, thank God. I actually thought about helping handing, like trying to read them going for Indeedee, but I get this free little Expanding Force off. We need as much as we can get in this scenario, because this is definitely AV. We need to get to 80 HP, which I think we might be able to get to, I'm not going to lie to you. Because I don't know if he actually could kill Indeedee from this range. With U-turn, definitely. Alright, we have to Expanding Force here, and then I think we're just going to go for the Follow Me here. Because I think they're just going to glide. I think you just glide repeatedly because you think that you can live all the hits here. And I think that's your best course of action here. I hope I live this. If I live this, I think there's even better hope. I do live that. Wow. Indeedee clutching it. That Protect turn was huge for me. That's enough. That's enough HP. We need to get to 100 though if we want to live the hit. How many turns of terrain are left is the real question. Because Woodhammer is a problem though. If Woodhammer comes out to play, we just lose as well. I think I just try to Expanding here. I think it should kill, but it might live with 1 HP. But that's the risk I gotta take. Because you just glide Hatterene here, or Woodhammer. No, you glide. You have to glide. Oh man, this is so stressful. But if terrain ends, we still just die to Woodhammer. I have to get the KO right here, right now. There's no other play here. I could have double protected, but it doesn't. It actually only benefits my opponent. Please, Hatterene, take us to game 3. I think I truly can win game 3. Yes! Oh my gosh! I think every bit of HP I got in that one mattered. Holy moly. Okay. That's a game 2 win. Okay. I think we're going to try to Lilligant them now. I don't see a reason not to Lilligant Torkoal. I think it is pretty strong into what they're bringing. And I think if we can remove Instant, we know it's Citrus Berry. We know we can sleep it. We know that they don't actually provide any threat onto... we know they don't provide any threat onto Torkoal with the lead they've been leading. And if they change up the lead, I think it's fine because Leaf Storm threatens Specs Fini just outright. And that's great. I have Indeedee in the back so I can switch in terrain whenever I want to deal big damage to, or just put anything to sleep. It's a little risky, but I think the Game 3 Lily Torkoal is strong. I do think Landorus was doing work. It was very useful, and it is a pretty decent lead into them, but I don't know. I didn't love it. This is a really stressful one. I think Lily Torkoal's fine, though. I think it's fine. We'll see. We'll see what they opt to do here to me. I feel confident in winning this one, though. I feel like we can win it. They're going to lead the same thing. Because, like, the biggest fear here, in reality, is them pressing Fake Out Flare Blitz onto my Lilligant, right? That's, like, the scariest thing that can happen. But doing that involves leaving Torkoal completely in the open. Like, I kind of feel safe potentially pressing Eruption and Sleep Powder. But I guess they could switch into Fini then, and Fini would get a free turn. But I think then I'm okay with that. I'm going to go with my gut, and I think Eruption Sleep Powder is... I think Fake Out Flare Blitz is the most punishing thing that could happen, but I find that incredibly unlikely. I think they'll probably Fake Out with Instant, maybe. This could be a double Fake Out turn. They could also opt to... They need to put Respect onto Torkoal. Alright, they are going to Fake Out Lilligant here. Is it Fake Out Flare Blitz? They actually Snarl me, and it misses Lilligant. That's, well, it's not who I would prefer it to miss, but I'll take that nonetheless. Okay, this was a good turn. We're going to get a fat Eruption. I mean, it's a pretty fat Eruption onto one of the biggest threats to my team, Rillaboom there. That's a good turn. I think all in all, I really like that turn for me. Because I don't think I got hurt too badly. Alright. And the Snarl miss on the Lilligant is actually pretty relevant because I might actually Leaf Storm the Fini at one point. So I'm just going to go for Protect and Eruption here. I think it's pretty safe. I think they need to put pressure onto Lilligant. And so I could definitely see them like U-turning here and then like maybe even Flare Blitzing or something. Or just switching to Fini Flare Blitz. Like there's a lot of options they can do. It's going to be a switch to Fini here, right? Yeah, you don't want to get hit by a, what's it called? You don't want to get hit by a Sleep Powder there, so you're going to switch that in. And then I think we're going to see a U-turn onto Torkoal, right? It could see a U-turn onto Lilligant, but that's really risky because I am priming this Eruption here. And it is. Okay, that's amazing. We just got a KO. We just got a huge KO. That's so big. Killing Boomer is so good. One of the terrains is down, and Rillaboom is just like one of the most obnoxious Pokemon for me to deal with. And also now we're threatening the next turn, a switch to Indeedee, KO. So this is really, really good for me. I think we just switch into Indeedee and... Oh, they brought in Nihiligo. I like it. I like that play. Torkoal switches to Indeedee 100%, and I think what we will do here is we will just Sleep Powder this Nihiligo. I think I would like to Leaf Storm Fini. Exactly. You need to keep Fini alive. So that's why Leaf Storm onto Fini is not my best play. If I hit the Sleep Powder, I feel amazing. Even if I miss, I feel okay. Because I do think Hatterene plus Torkoal could still win this game because Torkoal is extremely healthy. The Snarl miss is really important because I don't think my opponent has to make the play they made if I got hit by Snarl. Because now I'm freely threatening a KO on Fini, and they can't allow that. So they're giving me a free turn to potentially Sleep Powder this Nihiligo, which is amazing. I do hit. Thank God. Thank God we hit that. Okay. Now they probably switch Nihiligo to Fini. Right? I think you would switch Nihiligo to Fini. And then... Yeah. Let me Google something first. I want to know if you can after you Trick Room. I don't know if it's a mechanic you can do. It works. Okay. It's a little awkward. Okay. I didn't know if after you Trick Room works, but that actually looks like a play I could make next turn that's like kind of good. All right, let's see what they do here. They're going to go for Nihiligo stays asleep, which is good. And then they're going to go for a parting shot onto my Hatterene, which is actually fine, I think. I think that's okay, because now Hatterene goes back out, weakens Incineroar, which is whatever. And I can go into Torkoal. And then I can threaten a KO onto Mr. Nihiligo over there. How many turns of Sun we got? 1. I'm going to Earth Power Nihiligo, and I'm going to go for Sleep Powder into Incin. I'm still a little afraid of this game. Like, I actually think that last turn wasn't as what I really, really wanted. I really wanted them to Flare Blitz me. Alright, I hit Sleep Powder though, thank God. Thank you, Lilligant. That's a really, really big hit. Are they going to wake up? They stay asleep. Oh my gosh, that's huge. That's ginormous. And I'm going to get this nice free Earth Power off onto the Nihiligo. Dealing pretty good damage, all things considered. So if he needs the last Mon, this is stressful. I'm going to swap to Indeedee, and I'm going to press Protect here. I need it to stay alive, and they might just Meteor Beam or Sludge Bomb it. I don't want them to start snowballing. And if they Meteor Beam, I can bring the Sun back in and just after you Eruption, and I'll be in a pretty okay spot. I don't think it's a winner spot yet, but we'll see. Nihiligo wakes up. It's going to go for Protect. I'm also going to go for Protect. Crazy coincidence there. Which is good. Incineroar's fast asleep. Okay. I think I can freely just switch into Torkoal and Leaf Storm here. And I think that's all I need to do. If I hit this Leaf Storm, I just win. They're giving me Feeny. They're giving me Feeny. Please. Please connect with this Leaf Storm. If I hit this Leaf Storm, I'm actually just super in the money here. They're giving me Feeny. They don't want to get Sleep Powdered. Oh my gosh, so big. Dude, Lilligant's been on the field the entire game, by the way. This Mon has just been going off. And now all I'll have to do is just Eruption next turn. I should win. If it wakes up, I hit the Leaf Storm. That's dead. All I have to do is follow me Eruption, and I don't think I actually just follow me Earth Power, probably. I don't know. This game's actually still close. I hope Incineroar stays asleep, then it's just a win. But they are going to wake up, and they're going to press Snarl. Does it not? No, it has Flare Blitz. I was going to say, does it not have Flare Blitz? No, it definitely does. You gotta. The Snarl is annoying. I'm not going to lie to you. It's not fun. Nihiligo comes in. Alright, I think Nihiligo protects here. So what I'm going to opt to do here is I'm going to go for a double protect. To call Nihiligo's Protect, so that way next turn I can after you Earth Power the Nihiligo to win. It is 4v2, but Nihiligo KOs these two Mons and my Hatterene very freely, so I am really, really afraid of it. But I did get this turn correctly, so now I'm just gonna chill. I guess Torkoal could have attacked there, but I don't want to risk it. If they don't protect Nihiligo, I cannot lose my Torkoal at this very moment. So this was a relatively safe play. I didn't want to do that. That's why I protected Torkoal. So now we're just gonna go for after you EP, and obviously they can get a little lucky, and they could get the double protect here, and they do. Okay, I think again it's fine, but the double protect is their best play. There's nothing I can do to punish. I think I just play the game odds and just say, hey, they don't get the 30% chance there, but they do, unfortunately, and I lose my poor Lilligant. But they most likely will not get a third one. This guy will take recoil, and I'll bring in Indeedee, who's full HP, And I think even if I can't live the Meteor Beam, I'll still be able to just press EP. And then I think Torkoal can beat Incineroar in this scenario. It's going to come down to a little bit of the wire. Like, I think it's going to come down to Torkoal, but I think they have to Flare Blitz Hatterene. And they have to spend time when I could spam Protects and stuff. So I think this should just lock it up, right? I mean, because I think Incin will have to take a full ton of recoil from Hatterene. I think I can stall my own Sun. And I can just press Earth Power to win. And I don't think I can lose this one. I think I played this one pretty well. We got a little lucky at the Snarl miss, and we hit both of our Sleep Powders, which is like, you know, it's Sleep Powder. It's a dumb move, but I think we are winning this one. The Meteor Beam charges up. I think this doesn't kill Indeedee, but I'm also like max defense, max HP, so I wouldn't be surprised if it does. But again, it's not a huge deal if it does, just because it does mean that I will just kill with Earth Power. It's a 4-time super effective move. Also, Indeedee lived that hit, which means if Earth Power doesn't kill here, I'm still fine. Wow. Let's go, Indeedee. Alright, Earth Power. It's also 2 HP, so it does. Okay, cool. I think I can't lose. I think I can't lose. What a banger. This was a nail biter. Alright, Earth Power. I guess we can just go for Helping Hand. Doesn't really matter. And we got a full HP Hatterene. So, and we just have to stall out our own Sun. So that's another good thing. I probably maybe should have checked Sun terms. Just so I could make Indeedee live like maybe 1 turn longer with Protect. So that Hatterene doesn't take a full power Flare Blitz. But even if Hatterene does take a full powered Flare Blitz, I don't think it matters. But yeah. Earth Power. It's a slow and steady kill. Citrus Berry. Oh my gosh, this is a long one. Sunlight Fades there though, that's good. So now I guess I'll just Dazzle and Gleam and EP. I don't think I have to do anything too crazy. I guess I could TR. TR is probably a little more optimal just so I can, if he does in fact go for Snarl, I can press Dazzle and Gleam and I'll get 1 extra Gleam off without the Snarl. So we'll just press EP and we'll press Trick Room. And I think they have to Snarl me to death. They're actually going to go for Flare Blitz, so this is even better. This is just a big recoil damage. Look at, oh my gosh, that didn't even do that much. Oh, cool. Cool. This is a slow win though, let me tell you. Alright, Trick Room goes up. That's what we like to see. Earth Power. Razzle Dazzle. And we win. Battle's canceled. GG's. GG's to Sanvi. I think we got a little lucky there with those Sleep Powders, but that's a little game for you. We take game 3, and we're 5-0. We still haven't lost a game in this tournament. I'm really happy with that. There's like 160 people in this one, so I'm feeling good. Hopefully you can make top cut, and yeah. That's it. All right, thank you guys for watching. I'll see you guys tomorrow.